Inside Elon Musk's masterfully designed SpaceX Crew Dragon. With its sleek design and growing reputation, anticipation for SpaceX's Crew Dragon spaceship with astronauts on board continues to build. Crew Dragon is a passenger version of the company's robotic Dragon cargo ship, and SpaceX plans to use the craft to send astronauts to the International Space Station for NASA. Ultimately, the company hopes to use the craft to send humans to Mars. Here's how you fly a SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft. Climb aboard, close the hatch, fly to space. The Dragon takes care of everything, so relax and enjoy the ride. Unless, of course, something goes wrong, and in space, something can always go wrong. Strap yourself in because today we're going to walk you through Elon Musk's pride and joy, his masterfully designed SpaceX Crew Dragon. I know we're all curious to see what makes this spaceship such an engineering marvel, what wonders it beholds, and where it comes into SpaceX's plans for the future. Well, stick around to the end as we answer these questions and more. So let's dive right in. Let's start off by talking about what the Crew Dragon really is. Dragon 2 is a class of partially reusable spacecraft developed and manufactured by American aerospace manufacturer SpaceX, primarily for flights to the International Space Station. One of the two variants is the Crew Dragon, a spacecraft capable of ferrying up to a 7-member crew, and Cargo Dragon, an updated replacement for the original Dragon 1. The spacecraft consists of a reusable space capsule and an expandable trunk module. The spacecraft launches atop a Falcon 9 Block 5 rocket, and the capsule returns to Earth via splashdown. Cargo Dragon supplies cargo to the ISS under a commercial resupply services 2 contract with NASA. The first flight of Dragon 2 in a cargo configuration launched in December 2020. It shares this duty with Northrop Grumman Innovation Systems Cygnus spacecraft, and Sierra Nevada Corporation's Dream Chaser spacecraft is expected to join them no earlier than June 2022. As of 2021, Crew Dragon is the only U.S. human-related orbital transport spacecraft, the only reusable crewed spacecraft, and the only reusable cargo spacecraft currently in operation. Its primary role is to transport crews to and from the ISS under NASA's Commercial Crew Program, succeeding the crew orbital transportation capabilities of the Space Shuttle, which retired from service in 2011. It'll be joined by Boeing's Starliner in this role sometime after 2022. Crew Dragon is also used for non-docking orbital space tourism and tourist flights to ISS, and is expected to be used to shuttle tourists to and from Axiom Space's planned space station. Crew Dragon, also known as Dragon 2, Dragon V2, and formerly Dragon Rider, seats 7 people and is designed for trips to and from the International Space Station. This reusable space capsule is built to last for a total of 10 flights before it'll need significant refurbishing. The capsule stands 27 feet tall. Crew Dragon has 16,000-pound thrust Super Draco rocket engines. The interior of the Crew Dragon looks like it came straight out of a science fiction film. The black and white ultra-modern design of the capsule is visually stunning. Aside from its 7 seats, which are made from carbon fiber and Alcantara cloth, the interior of the capsule has a number of key features. SpaceX wants a voyage in Crew Dragon to be an enjoyable experience for its passengers. It has 4 windows and a sleek digital display that'll show information ranging from where the craft is in space to information about the environment inside the capsule. Crew members can monitor the interior environment with an environmental control and life support system, and they can set the onboard temperature between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. NASA's old Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo capsules were very much designed with an airplane cockpit in mind. Their sheet metal instrument panels were studded with hundreds of switches, dials, lights, and analog gauges. Their simple onboard computers were controlled by a mechanical keyboard. The commander flew those ships the same way you'd fly a plane, with a control stick determining velocity, altitude, and direction. The Dragon's designers swept all of that away, replacing everything, including the control stick, with 3 large touchscreens facing 4 side-by-side seats. Each screen is capable of calling up to as many as 10 sets of displays, allowing the crew to focus on a particular set of systems: guidance, environmental, electrical, and more. Ideally, the spacecraft helps the astronauts so much that they have virtually nothing to do, with the ship operating entirely autonomously. The SpaceX ground controllers can problem solve and issue commands to the spacecraft from the comfort of mission control. If only the Dragon fails to look after itself and the ground staffers can't solve the problem, will the astronauts take over? That's the case too when it comes to the most critical aspect of commanding the spacecraft, flying it. The Dragon features a full-time autopilot program, requiring no astronaut intervention. But there are also downsides to such a huge change. Stripping out the control stick and replacing it with buttons on a touchscreen may make for a more elegant spacecraft, but it also eliminates the most important physical connection a pilot has to their vehicle. Pilots using a stick never have to look at it because they operate by feel, but that's impossible with a touchscreen that offers nothing by way of tactical response. There is that delay when you look at the screen and input a command before it's executed versus doing something instantaneous when you move the stick. It'll take extensive training and repetitions before the astronauts get it right. So, you guys having a good time learning more about SpaceX's Crew Dragon? Tell us something. How would a normal landing work when the Dragon returns back to Earth? Think about it for a while, but while you think, do subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to receive instant notification about all our future videos. Let's walk you through a standard scheduled return flight of a Crew Dragon spacecraft to give you an idea of its inner workings. SpaceX's Crew Dragon would complete an ocean landing or splashdown for ocean retrieval of the crew. The company would ideally look to have the spacecraft splash down in either the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean, and would make arrangements to seek permission to use the Gulf of Mexico as a backup option. Crew Dragon's design previously had 4 legs to assist in landing, but those were later removed. The Falcon 9 booster would make an ocean platform landing. In order to protect the astronauts on board Crew Dragon, the craft has a launch abort system, also known as a launch escape system. With this system, the craft and crew can quickly get away from the rocket in case it fails. For those picturing a speed racer-style ejector seat, prepare for disappointment. Instead of individual crew members escaping one by one, the entire spacecraft would be ejected away from the launch vehicle if there's trouble. SpaceX's launch abort system is unique because it's integrated into the Crew Dragon capsule itself. This means that the crew will be able to eject Crew Dragon away from the rocket anytime between launch and when the capsule is in orbit. Crew Dragon has 4 main parachutes for the capsule's ocean landing. It also has a series of drogue parachutes, small parachutes that can act as brakes to slow it down before the 4 main parachutes open. In the summer of 2018, a Crew Dragon capsule passed SpaceX's 16th mock abort parachute test with flying colors. In 2017, Elon Musk posted a photo to Instagram of what looked like a futuristic, spacesuit-wearing person standing in front of Crew Dragon. It turned out to be SpaceX's latest and greatest spacesuit to date. The sleek black and white suit aligns perfectly with the interior design of the Crew Dragon. The suit shares the same ultra-modern, sci-fi-esque look. It is far thinner than the big, bulky suits used for spacewalks, but those are already stowed aboard the space station. Ideally, nothing goes wrong on any given mission. And on the 3 crewed flights SpaceX's Crew Dragon has flown so far, the ideal has been the real. But space remains, ever and always, a dangerous place to go. It's for the Dragon designers to remove the risk, and even the work, from the equation. It's for the crew to be prepared if that equation does not add up. So how do you feel regarding the Crew Dragon's engineering and design? Does it impress you? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to watch more of our amazing videos, then stay tuned.